is that every group in this coalition and this effort will respect the important role of moderators and listen to them and follow their advice. We'll follow your rules about the 10-foot corridor, and it's our intention to train our people before this happens. I bring a background as a chair of a major party in Pinellas County, Florida, where it was my responsibility to train, equip, and get out volunteers in more than 350 polling places in my county, Pinellas County. Yeah. Clearwater, St. Pete. And so I think with what I've read, understand the importance of having our people check in with the moderator as soon as they're at the polling place. We have a couple questions about, a shirt that we have to confirm that the shirt will not be electioneering, so therefore a problem with any of the moderators. But we would also like, and I think this is Mark's point, to hear any caveats given our general scope of our action that you would have and have for us. So I'll be quiet.
Well, I'll give you the basic principles. That's just keep in the back of your mind when you approach the moderators. The moderators are responsible for the safety of the voters participating, and the moderator has quite a bit of discretion. The public has the right to be there, and we have a law that says that the moderator can require a 10-foot passageway between the door and the road. And that's so that voters coming in are not going to shake the hand or tell people they don't want to shake the hand. It's sort of
don't interfere with the voters.
The voter lasts 30 seconds to be relatively peaceful, if they want it to be peaceful.
Right.
So that people can't just block the door and they have to say, well, I'm going in to vote, and that's why you have the 10-foot passageway.
So no obstruction, no obstructing voters is principle one for.
Well, that's the first. That's the first, the 10-foot
right
passageway. The moderator, but the overriding responsibility of the moderator is to have not to have the process disrupted, and that there be an open passageway for people to come and vote and to leave. And so there's a lot of ways that moderators try to make sure that that happens. There's a lot of ways that some people bring big trucks with huge signs and park them the day before so that their sign is there.
Right.
And
right.
But the rights of individuals to be there is also understood, and that's a protection. But you have to balance it with the safety, so to speak. And this one, the presidential primary, because of the timing of it, is at a time of the year that it could be difficult to be outside. 4 years ago, it was a beautiful day. It was sunny. It was in the mid to high 50s. We had 529,000 New Hampshire voters participate. Only 4.5% of that number actually did it by absentee. Everybody else showed up in person on that day, so there's a lot of people coming and going. That was a bigger primary because you had both parties contested with a lot of candidates. This time we have 30 Republicans on the ballot and 14 Democrats on the ballot. But the contest that most people will be participating in is the Republican contest this time. And when we In 2004, it was the other way around. The president was running for re-election, did not have an opponent that held a statewide office. There were 14 running in that Republican primary when the president was running for re-election. The Democrats had doubled that.
Right.
So you have to be prepared for a day. I remember 1984. It snowed all day. And I was looking out the window. I didn't see it. There wasn't an automobile on the road. It was, and the governor at the time had, the 2 days, had everybody that could plow out plowing to make sure, because we're going to have it.
Let me ask you this.
And so you don't know. You have to be prepared for the type of weather. There could be a lot of snowbanks. The parking lots get plowed out, and all the polling places are different. Some are bigger than others, and
Is there any, would there be any prohibition of us calling our questionnaire a ballot? Obviously, it's not a real ballot, but we're trying to dress up the importance of this by inviting people to take a ballot to vote on the future of America and to put that in a ballot box. Would that be prohibited in any way under New Hampshire law?
The weather would be probably your first. I didn't realize that. I'm shrinking. I didn't know that. I knew about this chair. Do this. What doesn't?
It goes up and down.
It's got a mind of its own.
So that we've had people do exit polls,
Right.
and those could, and they have a formula where they every sixth person or fifth or eighth,
Right.
and different outfits that do it have different formulas.
Right.
So, and those people who do it, if it takes them a while, and if they have a couple people waiting that or want to ask questions about it, moderators will often go over there and say, you know, we don't want to have the traffic backed up. And so it's best, you have to work with the moderator. Every moderator is elected by the voters in that particular town or ward. If it's a city, all the moderators are elected, and they have general oversight to make sure that the voters' experience is a positive one, and the process. And so if it's a really cold day, you will probably want to try to get in the building. You're probably not going to be able to get in the building to have a box inside the building somewhere.
Right.
But outside, I don't know how you would, if you had somebody, Sam, holding the box, and you would ask the people to,
Yes.
you know, to go over and put it
Right,
in
right.
the box.
After they voted, because I think
After
we
they
don't
vote.
want to contact them before they vote. We'll let them vote, but then when they come out of the polling place, isn't
But
that?
if you end up with a lot of
Yeah.
people around, I mean, just it's common sense. Think about, put yourself in the moderator's shoes, and
Right.
the moderator wanted to make sure that there's not a traffic snarl out there, or there's particularly, and I just have this feeling this time that because we had such a nice primary 4 years ago,
it's
and we
gonna-
had such a warm December and November, that